find any treasures, please share them with me.
He is searching for me. I must stay hidden. Seal off the Imagenesis classroom. Can't let her find me.
Found it. Let's go. We have to get the mask before Sparksy does.
The door to this classroom... it's locked. Just as I thought. Better look for another way in. Miss Dolly? Don't be afraid. Himiko sent me.
Give up. I will never hand over what she entrusted to me to outsiders. That imposter Dean outside is rummaging for it too, right?
That's right. The masked fool Sparksy pulled off a takeover of the Academy. It took me so much work to find you. I'm one of the nameless on the Astral Express. And right now, I'm the only one who can protect you. Please, you must trust me.
The Astral Express? Indeed. I read about its arrival in Plain Arcadia in the papers, and saw it on TV recently. Since you claim to be Himiko's friend, answer a few questions about her. If your answers are correct, I will entrust you with the mask.
I'm ready for this. Fire away.
What kind of coffee is Himiko best at brewing?
But wait a second. How could you ask such a question? Don't you know her coffee is absolutely undrinkable?
Looks like you've suffered from it yourself. Then here's the second question. What kind of people does Himiko hate the most?
A real chatterbox with a silver tongue. Word is, she even managed to kick a nameless off the express because of that.
I may not know much about her time on the express, but that does sound just like the bossy vibe she had back in school. Very well, I can almost trust you. The final question. Himiko experienced the greatest regret of her life during her time at this school. What was that?
Who knows? Could it be about that time she got a stylish short haircut to keep up with the trends?
She actually told you that story. It seems you really are her friend. But that's not the answer.
Huh? Did I really get played by that guy?
It isn't that you were wrong. Perhaps Himiko never told you. Now that I think about it, she might never bring herself to share such a burden. The thing she regretted most must be what happened 15 years ago. No, better not bring that up. I believe you. You truly are Himiko's friend. Then, since you've proved that you're Himiko's friend, I will give it to you.
Wait, if you're right next to me, then who's this?
Thank you, Miss Dolly.
The mouse is mine now!
What? I actually let myself be fooled by such a cheap trick? You two came much too late.
Sorry, Miss Dolly. Darn it! Sparksy got ahead of us again! But how could she know so much about Himiko?
That man with glasses seems to have no issues with becoming a teacher. Once I took your forms and chatted with him, I got everything I wanted to know. Sometimes trust among companions can be quite dangerous.
Now you've done it! How dare you trick Mr. Yang! You have really made me angry. She can't run away anyway. So, why don't we take the mask from her by force?
Woohoo! Congratulations! You figured out my weakness. The mask of elation that has been worn is like a clipped movie ticket. It only belongs to the one who used it first during the Ventus Moon Games. Seems you're completely unaware of such simple common sense. How sad.
What?
Astral Express out! The only one worthy of joining the games is the adorable Sparksicle. Now then, it is time to treat my fans. You two will stay and witness my Sparksicon that I've carefully prepared, right? This will be a spectacle that shakes all of Plain Arcadia to its core. A grand performance unlike any before. It's brought to you by Sparksicle and live streamed across the entire web. You don't need to know the program list, because I will erase the last residues of resistance and hostility in your hearts and turn you into my loyal fans. My dear fans, time to prepare. Carry out these two noisy haters for now. I have more important work to attend to. My dear fans, be charmed by me. Fight for me. Give me all your joy, sorrow, and obsession. Give me every last drop of it. Give me your wish power!
All these hands, they're far too strong!
Bad. If this continues... What?
Is this the archive room?
Hey there, my sweetest fans! The mission of finding the mask in Miss Dolly has been a complete success. But just moments ago, a gray-haired, black-hearted hater slipped into the academy, plotting something dreadful against Sparksicle. I am so scared. You won't stand by and let the adorable Sparksicle be hurt, right? Where could she be hiding in the school? Please? Let's root out this villain together.
Everyone, let us drag that intruder out. They will not be able to hide for long. Open the door! Hiding won't save you. We will drag you out soon enough. Hiding won't save you. We will...
Have you reached the end of your rope?
This pink-haired person. Where have I seen this person before? I remember now! She's the fox girl in the class photo!
So you actually managed to remember. Seems like this is what they call in comics a fateful encounter. You stumble into a bit of trouble and I will happen to show up here. Hey, come a little closer, will you? Come closer. Even closer. Don't be so scared. I don't mind. Oh, shoot. I think I'm stuck inside. Give me a hand.
What is this place?
Two nameless came through here a few hours ago and asked the exact same question. I'll use their answers to reply to you. This is a place in the world in Canvas, known as the Phantom Moon Courtyard. According to ancient texts, this is the heart of the Phantom Moon Games ceremony. Oh, and one of those nameless is playing the part of a teacher at the school. Oh dear, was that a spoiler? That's not good. Greetings, protagonist.
Just call me the Nameless.
Technically, everyone is the protagonist of their own story. But you are different. You are the protagonist of the Fluffy Across the Blue, aren't you? Galactic Baseball Raccoon? You do not really look like a raccoon. Ah, I forgot to introduce myself. You can call me Evanescia. Great seeing you. The first supplicant wearing a mask has appeared. The Phantom Moon Games will soon begin. Do not be afraid. Just think of me as part of the audience. Like a reader following comics and cartoons. A bit of experience. Just like someone who has read enough comics can get superpowered battles and schoolyard romances without any instructions. Do you seriously mean you've never read it? The comic that has taken this world by storm? It is inspired by the adventures of the Astral Express, telling the tale of cute little animals riding a train across the cosmos, Fluffy across the blue. Of course, this is plain Arcadia. Any story can be turned into a comic in here. You are such a curious one. You were fleeing for your life a moment ago, yet now you can talk so casually about such nonsense. Is that really what matters right now? Still, that sense of ease, it is entertaining. Since you managed to amuse me for a moment, I will grant you a little aid. So, what would you like? I don't like it when someone answers my question with another question. Think before you speak. I can see it in your eyes, Miss Raccoon. You will not accept defeat. That resolve is interesting. There will always be foolhardy supplicants donning the mask in these ancient Phantom Moon games, laying before the Phantom Moon their madness, fancies, and humor. They would weave schemes to slay monsters descending upon this planet from beyond the sky, steal the laughter of the gods to forge blades that could split mountains, or descend into depths of the world in canvas to swindle the souls of the departed. Such entertaining individuals have not appeared for ages. Perhaps you have a chance to become one of them? After all, you are the protagonist. I can lend you a little power, but an equal price is required. Otherwise, it would violate the rules. You must defeat the enemy who pursued you here within the next day and night. If you fail, your soul will be enslaved by her for all eternity. Do you accept? Then it is done. Phantom Moon above and sacred tree below, witness this oath at this moment. As constant as the vault of heaven, as certain as the moon's rise, let it be never forsworn. Now come, let me make you more of a protagonist.
Oh!
Yes, that's it.
Huh? Where's this?
Gray hair, are you all right? Now and then I do odd jobs here. Live streaming is one of them. Sparksy is the name I use to stream online. An avatar that I personally sketched line by line. To keep the streams running, even when I was absent, I breathed a trace of power into that avatar. Who would have figured that everything changed after the Phantom Moon turned full? People offload their wishes and desires to her, and in the end, she too got consumed by these emotions. Once a creation gains a will of its own from the attention of the masses, even its creator can no longer restrain it. Can't say I am surprised. It sounds exactly like something I would dream of, and something she would carry out the moment she awoke. Still, it ain't too bad compared to the horrors that unfolded in previous Phantom Moon games. At least you still have friends willing to stand by you, right? I've been watching you from the start, waiting for the right moment to step in and help. Sadly, you were either with the IPC's people, or with the Department of Aberration Defense. Then you and darling March wandered right into that school of bad omens. That was when I realized things had slipped out of my hands. So tell me, what happened in that school?
Is this the Mask of Elation that grants entry into the Phantom Moon games?
What do you think? Call your companions on the Express ASAP. Or, since this is a civilized society, you could try phoning the Security Bureau. But these matters are obviously far beyond what they can do. They say that no one could restrain the supplicant's actions in the past. Ah, those were the good old days of freedom. Gray hair, you are so naive. You've been to countless worlds. When the skies collapse and the end draws near, what can the authorities possibly do? Don't make their jobs too hard. The Phantom Moon Games are nothing less than a ceremony set down by the Master of Elation. Amazing miracles always appear in the world after every game ends. Like the birth of a new imagination, unthinkable phenomena, or a future brimming with hope. Perhaps you have heard this question. If the world's science and technology could leap forward by 100 years at the cost of a single kitten's life, would you kill the kitten? Natural disasters, traffic accidents, sudden illnesses. The number of deaths from such causes in this world could fill a small city every day. The Phantom Moon Games are just erasing one school from the map. Isn't that much better? You probably want to ask whether the worth of human lives can truly be calculated in that way in this ceremony, where we surrender that cost to purchase the future. No one knows. Whatever. This is not the time to debate over ethics. Gray hair, are you gonna save Darling March and Mr. Yang or not?
The hour grows late, Miss Pearl. Matters regarding the Express demand our attention.
Be it the Alliance or the Phantom Moon Games, if you seek deeper cooperation, my doors remain open.
Then, I shall take my leave.
How intricate human social interaction models are. My extrapolations still cannot account for the full strategy tree of the Astral Express.
Master, General Yao Guang of the Xianzhou Yu Chui is here to see you. Shall we have her wait?
No. The Xianzhou will also become a key ally. Only through enough contact and emulation can we hope to comprehend their methods and strategies. Conclusion. I don't think I'll be able to keep copying the painting for the rest of today. Let General Yao Guang in.
I am the Honorary Dean of the Omniscience Sapientia Academe, Master of the Decalite Reflection Barrier, bearer of the Xianzhou's intangible cultural heritage, the Sparrow-shaped Fist, and the Seer Strategist, General Yao Guang. Thank you for seeing me despite your busy schedule, Madame Pearl.
For a moment, I nearly mistook your words as a fault in language processing. I believed you had brought the entire delegation inside.
Few Intellitrons in the cosmos have a sense of humor. I have heard that, like that genius, you are one of the many wonders wrought by the celestial differentiator of planet Scrulum. Meeting you in person far outshines your reputation. Madame Pearl, seeing how you have a calculating look, and with your heart pristine and your outer form so dazzling, I could not help but cast a divination for you. The hexagram lies between fire and heaven, demonstrating a bountiful harvest with your fortunes lying at the zenith or even beyond.
I have no training in divination. General, may I ask you to interpret it?
Then let me speak in terms even an Intellitron can follow. I extrapolated your fortune using the Xianzhou's predictive algorithms. The result is 101111, a sign of great blessing. If you treat others with sincerity, abundance will follow.
I have long heard of the Arbiter General's legends. The strategy of General Jing Yuan. The courage of General Fei Xiao. The ingenuity of General Hua Yan. Often, I have wondered, what kind of figures are the Xianzhou generals who remain away from the public eye? Meeting General Yao Guang today, I cannot help but think that, with such beauty, you should step into the light more often.
Looks like you've studied the words of the Xianzhou well. You've even learned the art of provocation. You praise the others for their individual and unique talents, yet when it comes to me, the only thing you had to say was beauty.
Do not misunderstand me, General. To me, beauty is the rarest of treasures, and the most fragile to preserve. Besides, intel on you is truly scarce. It is quite difficult for me to find ways to compliment you. But what I do know is, the Yu Chui is the think tank of the Xianzhou ships, and its general is the master of all diviners. Speaking purely of deciding the course of affairs, no one is better suited than you to cast the Xianzhou Alliance's vote on whether to join the Anti-Destruction Alliance. So, General, what is your decision in this?
This topic is far too great for me to decide on a whim. But as a gift and to complement the respective gaps in our knowledge, allow me first to offer you a piece of vital intelligence. And with it, I ask the IPC to show sincerity beyond empty words.
I do not follow your logic. With the threat of the destruction looming, what need is there for further reasons to cooperate?
Set a mighty foe as a common goal. Convince former enemies to turn allies, then devour them in turn. Such feats are hardly rare in the IPC's annals of glory.
I understand. The Xianzhou questions the IPC's sincerity.
It would be better to say we ask the IPC to demonstrate its sincerity. Courtesy demands reciprocity, and the intel I now offer you is both urgent and weighty.
Question. What could be more important at this moment than forming the Anti-Destruction Alliance?
Nanook won't erase the universe in the next few days, but someone else might destroy plain Arcadia within that time. You have heard of Blade, the Stellaron hunter, right?
The IPC has long placed a great bounty on his head, though I have never laid eyes on him.
The Yuchue recently intercepted a report. Styling himself as Xianzhou's #1 assassin, this man accepted a contract from the Sinwish Syndicate, a local organized violence group. I do not know his exact aim here, but he is a major criminal of the Xianzhou. He is guilty of the 10 unpardonable sins and is a formidable fighter, with few able to match him. As general of the Yuchue, I will take it upon myself to bring him in before he can cause disaster here.
This planet, Ahatopia, is part of the pan-cosmic trade system, and Blade is a wanted criminal of the IPC. Since he has set foot here, he falls under its law. General Yao Guang, is the sincerity you seek for us to capture this man and deliver him into the hands of the Xianzhou?
I hear the Phantom Moon Games are about to begin, with the entire nation awaiting it with bated breath. I imagine you will also find it hard to extract yourself from the festivities. If this cursed man were to quietly depart on his own at this time, would that not be a perfect outcome for all?
This is my understanding. You wish for the right to act freely within plain Arcadia.
Apart from this cooperation, what better proof of sincerity could there be before we join forces against the destruction?
Deal. What I do not doubt, the might of an Arbiter General. However, I do doubt, will the Xianzhou's #1 assassin truly leave without a commotion? By my extrapolations, even without accounting for the guidance of Destiny's slave, the probability of capturing a single Stellaron hunter is less than 9.8%.
Not even 10%. As a diviner, that's not how I see probability. Even if the chance of success is only a coin toss, once I enter the fray myself, I always treat it as a 100% certainty.
Is that even a question? 100%. Of course.
In other words, there will be no survivors. Anyone who recognizes my face, I will not let them off even if they hide at the ends of the world. I was willing to make an exception when I was hired by your gang's leader, but I see you folks are not interested in accepting my goodwill.
Not that I don't trust you, but you know the rules of the trade. You hire someone to do a job, you gotta see what they're made of first.
People say that the Lords of Hell are easy to deal with, but their underlings are the real trouble. If a group's underlings don't know their place, even their masters may not be safe. So, since the mighty Sinwish Syndicate gang actually had the guts to hire the Xianzhou's #1 assassin, I guess you are also ready for destruction. Years of wandering have given me nothing but exhaustion, and I have finally come to know how harsh the road of life truly is. Impersonating the Xianzhou's #1 assassin. Madame Yao, you really stuck me with a wonderful task.
Please take great care during this mission, Miss Tingyu. If any misfortune should befall you, I would have no way to answer to your Helmmaster Yukong.
You worry too much, Madame Yao. When I pledged my resolve to Madame Yukong and departed for the Yuchui, I had already steeled myself for the worst. But, may I ask, does this task of misfortune really have to fall upon me?
I cast a divination today. This task lacks the fire element. Without the Whistling Flames Ambassador's knack for diplomacy, this task cannot succeed. The place you're heading to is crawling with gang members. If they pick a fight, you can try to drop the name Xianzhou's #1 assassin, and they might step aside.
Do not worry, General. I have journeyed far and wide with the merchant guilds for years and faced no shortage of danger. A handful of gangsters is hardly difficult to deal with.
If you're not afraid of danger, then why have you not set out yet? Shall I read your fortune and give you a little peace of mind?
What I fear is that fortune-telling of yours. No, what I really fear is you, Madame Yao.
Afraid of me? Am I so notorious on the Xianzhou Lafu?
I've heard many tales about you. After the Battle of the Fanghu, you willingly surrendered your command token and became a general in name only, with neither troops nor soldiers. They also say that the seer strategist, for the sake of a tiny chance at victory, stood by as her mentor went to a noble death, treated the countless lives of dead verdant knights as nothing more than numbers consumed in her divinations, and even doomed an arbiter general.
Are you afraid that I, the cold-blooded diviner, might send you to your doom here in plain Arcadia? Bold words for a little fox.
It's just a bit of my curiosity about you, General. I hoped you could clear up a few of my doubts.
Seems like I wasn't wrong about you. Few can face a Xianzhou general with such composure and dignity. No wonder you can make such a bold statement. The gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay? They say you survived a Lord Ravager's deadly clutches thanks to luck. But I believe it was your unbreakable resilience that carried you through.
You flatter me, Madame Yao. One must glean some wisdom to be worthy of enduring such a life-and-death ordeal. If we surpass the gods only in cruelty and heartlessness, then that would be our complete failure in my eyes.
Excellent. I couldn't agree more. Miss Ting-Yoon, you've passed the interview.
Ever since I escaped death, I swore never again to be a pawn for heartless chess players. And Madame Yao, you've passed my test too.
I know you're not interested in empty talk, so let's get down to business. Miss Ting-Yoon, our Yuchue business delegations are treated much better than what you get on the La Fu when they set out on official missions. They get 5 meals a day.
General, I really don't have such a large appetite.
For the duration of the delegation's mission, you'll receive 6 times the usual allowance, and all expenses will be fully reimbursed.
Such a generous offer. To be honest, that makes me even more nervous. Head to Dovebrook District, locate the Sinwish Syndicate contact, use the passphrase you gave me to establish contact, and do not reveal my true name. If there's nothing more to it, is this task really worth 6 times the pay?
You're the kind of talent worthy of such a reward. After all, we diviners are no different from you merchants. Even when we hit a dead end, we still have to bargain and carve out the faintest chance. Merchants strive for profitable opportunities, while diviners reach for a sliver of luck.
Looks like my mission bears significant weight in Madame Yao's reading of fate. In that case, I shall depart.
When in doubt, open the 3 strategy pouches I entrusted to you. Inside are tactics I divined, certain to break any deadlock and aid your journey. Go, Xianzhou's #1 assassin.
Time to get down to business. Where could the Sinwish Syndicate be hiding? The contact from the Syndicate should stand out.
Blazing hot, fiery strong, insanely spicy! Can you really handle the heat? Blazing hot, fiery strong, insane!
Please, tell the boss I want to return to the Sinwish Syndicate.
Ma'am, maybe it's time to rest in peace. Don't you remember dying during that mission a few weeks ago? The you right now is just a lingering obsession left behind after death. According to the provisions of the Fey Kind Protection Act, ghosts are not considered the same as they were while alive. In other words, you are a new Imagine, barely 3 months old.
Are you a lawyer or a gangster? I gave my life for the Sinwish Syndicate. And now you mean to shut me out?
These two are members of the Sinwish Syndicate?
Don't you get it? The old you's dead. And even your criminal record got wiped clean. The leader's trying to say that now you've got a chance to keep to the straight and narrow. You shouldn't come back to the gang. How am I supposed to convince you? Hey, Fox Girl, you eavesdropping over there?
I'm just a Xianzhou person here to talk business. Could you tell me which way to the Sinwish Syndicate? I come from the Xianzhou to discuss a deal. A deal that wears me down, yet tears my enemies apart.
Business? From the Xianzhou? The Sinwish Syndicate office is just across the river. Have a safe journey.
He doesn't seem to have understood the passphrase. But the news that the Xianzhou's #1 assassin is coming has already spread through the organization. Those people over there, are they also members of the Sinwish Syndicate?
Bro, how much longer do we have to wait? What, are your legs giving out? Idiot. The boss told us to wait here as a show of respect. Now behave yourselves!
Could that big guy be the contact from the Sinwish Syndicate?
Hey, you fox over there. You've been staring at us long enough. Got something to say?
May I ask, is this the Sinwish Syndicate's turf up ahead?
Yeah, so what?
I should act tough and say less than what I want to say. Since this is the Sinwish Syndicate's turf ahead, not only am I going in, you will invite me in with respect.
What did you say? You're here to stir up trouble, aren't you?
I come from the Xianzhou to discuss a deal. A deal that wears me down, yet tears my enemies apart.
You're the guest our boss invited? Hold on. I nearly fell for that. Looking all delicate. How could you possibly be the Xianzhou's #1 assassin? Spill it! How did you know the passphrase?
Why don't you take off your sunglasses and let me see if you still have your eyes? The Xianzhou's #1 assassin is nothing more than a nickname coined by the common folk. I have always considered myself a merchant.
A merchant?
Isn't a hired killer the oldest trade in the world? By the way, Mr. Imagine, do you know why they call me #1?
You never miss a shot?
Not quite. I kill in bulk. The way to keep business going is to offer a little extra. If they pay for one person to be silenced, I throw in 2 more. With that hot temper of yours, always picking fights, you've probably given your boss plenty of headaches. I doubt the boss would mind if I took you as a bonus kill.
You punk! How dare you disrespect the underboss!
Shut up, all of you. The boss's orders come first. My name is Kostai, Sorry about my underling's rudeness earlier. I'll cut a finger off later to make amends.
There's no need for that. I only collect heads, not fingers.
No worries. It won't be my finger anyway.
These brutes should be easy to handle. They've never seen the face of the Xianzhou's #1 assassin, so this'll be much simpler.
What should I call you? Yelling assassin, assassin every time just won't cut it.
Just call me... the Tarrying Fugue.
The Terror in Fog. That name oozes menace. Completely overwhelming.
Now then, can you lead the way?
Lady Terror in Fog, you went the wrong way. That's the Sin Wish Syndicate headquarters across the river. Quite impressive, don't you think? Please, follow me.
Is this the passage in the painting?
Of course. The Sin Wish Syndicate has it under our command for now.
Who's this fox?
Lady Terror in Fog.
Welcome home, underboss!
Is this the one the boss brought in?
Underboss, I mean no disrespect, but is this frail woman really the one the boss invited?
That's right. Her name is the Terror in Fog. Spread the word that the Sin Wish Syndicate has secured the Xianzhou's #1 assassin.
Underboss, beat me if you want, but I gotta say, are you serious? Are we really counting on this delicate woman for the Phantom Moon Games?
The Phantom Moon Games. Is that why they hired a Stellaron hunter to do their bidding?
These Phantom Moon Games are a once-in-a-lifetime chance for the Sin Wish Syndicate to rise. This woman doesn't look like she has what it takes, and we're trusting her. If she blows it, how are we supposed to save face?